50 Shades Freed hits theaters soon, the epic conclusion of the Twilight fanfiction Master of the Universe. But did you skip the first two movies? You did? Do you need a refresher on what's happening before you see the third? Yes, oh yes, you do. Because this is one of the most insanely awful sagas in cinema. And I am not just referring to the lukewarm sex scenes. No, I'm talking about the really sick and twisted stuff. The plot and the characters. As our story begins, college student Anastasia Steele heads to Seattle to interview important eligible billionaire Christian Grey, who's kind of like Batman minus the costume with double the baggage. Symbolism! Anna is covering for her roommate, Kate.
Miss Kavanaugh has the flu, so she asked me to fill it.
Because that's how interviews work. You don't reschedule, you just send your roommate. Of course, Anna and Christian hit it off right away. Just listen to this electric banter.
There's some people who say that I don't have a heart at all.
Why would they say that?
Because they know me well.
Charming. It goes so well, in fact, that Christian shows up at Anna's work the very next day, which is completely unlike something a stalker would do. He makes some not at all creepy and suggestive purchases.
Rope, tape, cable ties. You're the complete serial killer.
Not today.
He also sets up a photo shoot with Anna and Kate.
How about we try a few with a smile?
That, of course, turns into a second date.
I find you intimidating.
You should.
I don't know, dude. So far, you seem pretty terrible at your job, and we're all secretly wishing you were Charlie Hunnam, so I kind of feel bad for you. Anyway, at coffee, we begin to get some hints that Christian gets his views on dating from Maxim magazine.
I don't do the girlfriend thing.
And also that he maybe has an Irish accent?
You should steer clear of me.
Anna keeps her distance for as long as she can, but after drunk dialing Christian, he shows up at the bar and valiantly rescues her from her suddenly handsy photographer friend.
She said no.
Christian finally starts to come clean about what his deal is.
I don't do romance. My tastes are very singular.
But could he be more specific?
I don't make love. I hard.
Potato, potato, look. I thought these movies were about freaky bondage stuff. Are we gonna do this or not?
I want you to willingly surrender yourself to me. To please me.
There we go. Christian doesn't want to go out with Anna. He wants to make her his submissive. He even shows her around his playroom, which I believe is referred to in the lore, the Red Room of Pain.
This is the only sort of relationship I have.
But before they can get into any of the actual sex, first there's foreplay. And by foreplay, I mean several rounds of litigation. Hot.
I already have a contract prepared. You would review it, and we would negotiate what you are and are not willing to try.
It takes a while.
Is the use of sex toys acceptable to the submissive? Vibrators okay? Dildos fine?
Once that's out of the way, they do it. Eventually, they settle into a pattern where Christian frustrates Anna with his rules and regulations.
You shouldn't get drunk like that. You put yourself at risk last night. I want you unashamed of your nakedness, do you understand?
And his sexy punishments.
If you were mine, you wouldn't be able to sit down for a week. Welcome to my world.
But then he always makes it up to her the only way a sad, broken person knows how, buying her love back in vehicle form.
Happy graduation, Anastasia.
Christian, that's a car.
Sufficiently purchased, Anna asks Christian to let her in and see how intense his playroom sessions can get. Christian complies.
I'm gonna hit you 6 times.
Then Anna gets super upset that Christian showed her how intense his playroom sessions can get.
Anna.
Don't come near me.
Anna decides to leave for good, which is the happiest possible ending. This is not a healthy relationship.
Anna.
Christian.
But of course, there's an ambiguous ending in more movies. Find out what happened next time, by which I mean right now. Part 2 begins. We rejoin everyone 1 year later. Anna has a new job working as an assistant for high-powered editor Jack Hyde, a name almost as on the nose as Grey.
Good morning, Mr. Hyde.
Christian is still being Christian, by which we mean a, quote, psychopath. He's having nightmares about his traumatic childhood.
No.
And the not-so-happy couple is still broken up.
Are you ever gonna tell me what happened between you?
Fundamental differences, I guess.
Then Christian randomly appears at Jose's new photo exhibition and buys all the pictures of Anna. Yes, these are the actions of a psychotic stalker, technically, but he's a billionaire who looks like an underwear model, so it's cool. Anna agrees to have dinner with him for some ungodly reason, and Christian reveals that he's willing to compromise. If Anna will come back to him, he'll give up his elaborate romantic rules and regulations.
No rules. No punishments.
But you need all those things.
I need you more.
At first, things seem great, but soon Christian's old controlling behavior rears its head again.
You're gonna be my boss.
Technically, I'll be your boss's boss's boss.
Why do you have my bank account details?
At this point, we're all just yelling at the screen, "Leave, woman!" Right around the point where most people are forsaking God for giving them eyes and ears to experience this movie, something actually happens. Yay! A strange woman starts stalking Anna, who turns out to be a former submissive of Christian's. She's, of course, recently lost her mind, which is definitely all on her and has nothing to do with how awful Christian is, because these movies are awful.
When you and I were in Georgia together, she turned up here and tried to slit her wrists in front of Mrs. Jones, my housekeeper.
Back at work, Anna's boss sexually assaults her.
I just think if you're gonna your way to prominence, that you should do it with someone who can at least make you smarter.
That's a real line in a real movie. Christian gets him fired, and this is big, because this is the first time that Christian has used his obsessive stalker powers for good.
Hides out. He's been fired.
Anna gets his job because, much like journalism, publishing also operates by replacing someone with literally the closest person nearby.
Okay, so why don't you fill in for Jack temporarily? Good?
Things are going better with Christian, and Anna finds that she's starting to enjoy the playroom more and more because the Stockholm Syndrome is strong with this one.
If I win, you take me to the Red Room.
Then they have a few minor scrapes with death, like any young relationship. Layla, Christian's crazy ex, shows up at Anna's place with a gun.
I came to see you.
But Christian saves the day through the powers of his domination. After that, Christian is in a terrifying helicopter accident over Mount St. Helens. For 3 blissful minutes, we're left to imagine that he's dead, but because this movie delights in your pain, he's fine, and emerges with no more than a few little smudges on his handsome, but not Charlie Hunnam, face. This short-lived plot device finally convinces the couple that they should get married.
Marry me.
What?
Anna says yes via commemorative keychain, and then he asks her even more formally.
Marry me.
Finally, the happy couple enjoys fireworks, and we cut to a mysterious smoking man watching from afar. Could it be the evil ex-publisher out for revenge against the 2 people he blames for his professional demise? Yes, obviously, yes, it can. That's what it is. Which you can see soon in the thrilling conclusion of the 50 Shades saga. Don't say we didn't warn you.